Good evening, Houston, Huntsville, Munich, Tsukuba, and Moscow. Station 67 is ready for evening DTC.
And good evening, station. From Houston tonight, we have two items. First off, SSC 25 in the gem and SSC 8 in the lab are not being seen.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, the station, we're ready for the event.
Houston, ACR, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for voice check.
Station, this is Houston, ACR. How do you hear me?
Station has you loud and clear.
Please stand by for opening remarks.
Hello from Houston MSTC High School here in Houston, Texas. I'm Dr. Diego Linares. I'm the principal of this campus, and we're very excited for this opportunity.
My name is Michael Hines. I'm an assistant principal here, and now for our first student question.
Hi, my name is Melanie Bibian. I am a student from Sam Houston MSTC, and my question for you is, what is the most amazing thing you've seen in space?
Well, hey, first off, it is truly an honor to get to speak with you. Chell and I are really looking forward to this. And, you know, my brother, Mike Hines, thank you for the welcome. We really appreciate it. And we thank you for all the hard work you did putting this together. And we're really looking forward to it. I'll give the mic over to Chell for the first answer.
Thanks, Farmer. So the most amazing thing in space. There's so many things to choose from. What an amazing environment, and to have the opportunity to float by the cupola window and to look outside and to see the absolute the beauty of our home planet, the Earth. It's hard to choose kind of that one most amazing thing, but so I'll give you two. One, the aurora. Seeing the aurora at night, seeing thunderstorms, lightning flashing in the clouds is absolutely incredible. And then yesterday we got to watch our friend launch on a rocket. Frank Rubio and Sergey and Dmitry joined us on the space station, launching out of Baikonur Cosmodrome. We saw that rocket launch from the ground. We could see the motors light up, and we could follow it, see its contrails cast a shadow. It was absolutely amazing. It gives me goosebumps just to think about it.
My name is Juan Hernandez, and I am a student at Sam Houston MSTC. My question is, what inspired you to become an astronaut?
Hey, that's a great question, and I think we actually have a common story with this one, and maybe it's our age, but for me it was the first space shuttle launch. Watching that thing was absolutely phenomenal. I grew up even long before that, knowing that I loved airplanes and I wanted to be a pilot, and watching that launch, and then more so the landing, I think for me, and watching that thing come back and land like an airplane, it kind of seemed like that next step, and so I always wanted to be a pilot. And that just kind of sealed the deal that made space super, super interesting for me, and just really made me continue to drive and work hard to do the things that at least give me a chance to do an amazing job like this.
Hi, my name is Angel Barrios. I am a student at Sam Houston High School. And what do you constantly have to be mindful about while being on the space station?
That's a really interesting question, this concept of like what do we have to be mindful about. And I think the easy and the simple answer is that we have to be mindful really about everything that we're doing up here. We are surrounded by racks of experiments and payloads and avionics equipment. If we were to run into that or bump a cord, it's very easy to break something up here. And of course, this is our home. It is fragile, and we have to take care of it so that it can take care of us. We are running experiments that people have spent their academic careers creating. And so every time that we are working on one of those experiments, we try to be very careful, understanding the hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of work that have gone into preparing that experiment for testing here in the microgravity environment. Of course, there's a balance there. We have to get work done, but I think that every day that we get to work, that we recognize that we are in a hazardous environment, that we have to take care of this space station so that it can take care of us.
Greetings, I'm Cadet Captain Science from Sam Houston High School, and one of the questions I wanted to ask you, what was the moment in your military career that made you realize all the hard work you did paid off?
Well, that is an awesome question, and I'll say, I'm in the Air Force, still am in the Air Force, been 23 years, and it's a series of those things. There's so many different achievements that that happen and that you can accomplish along the way, and all of them really make you feel like that it was worth it. But I think one of the biggest moments for me, because it was a childhood dream, like I said, I always wanted to be a pilot, and as I got a little older and I found that I liked engineering and math, being a test pilot was kind of that ultimate goal. Being an astronaut was a dream. I didn't know if that would ever happen, but I thought, being a test pilot was kind of that ultimate goal. And for me, getting that word from my squadron commander that I had been selected for a test pilot school class, just all those hours of studying and just lots of hard work, doing master's degrees, on the side of work, and, all that extra time and effort that went in, that was where I really felt, kind of vindicated in the sense that all that work finally paid off, and I kind of got to achieve what truly was a boyhood dream of mine.
Hi, Mr. Hines. I'm Abiela Garza from Sam Houston Math Science Technology Center. My question for you is, during your rocket launch, how did it feel transitioning from G-force into zero gravity?
Well, that rocket ride is absolutely amazing. Getting to feel the rocket engines light up and the G's pushing you back into your seat as you're slowly coming off of the Earth and going faster and faster. that main engine cutting off and this brief period of this pause as then you go into the second engine starting up. And again, the slow acceleration until we're accelerating so fast that we're feeling 4.5 times our body weight of G-force. And then those engines, when we've made it into orbit, those engines cut off. And there's really the sensation of being thrown forward in your seat straps because of that abrupt change in acceleration. And initially, I don't know that you really feel like you're weightless because we're strapped in so tightly, but some things are different. So we have a little pen with a lanyard on our knee board, and you start to see things like that float, and you're like, man, we're in weightlessness. And it's when you come out of your seat straps then that you start to float, and then we got to release our little zero-G indicators. We had a turtle and a monkey, and so that's a very visual indication that we are certainly in weightlessness. And then it takes a little bit of time to really get used to that sensation and to move around effectively in weightlessness.
Hello, my name is Julie Jimenez from Sam Houston MSTC, and my question to you is, how does being isolated